Morning students, welcome to Ekcel Academy's CSEET live crash course. As you may already be aware, we have been conducting this crash course for CSEET program for all the subjects since few days. What we will be doing in this crash course is we'll be looking at few of the important topics since the time is not much for us to cover the entire syllabus. We will only be looking at those topics which we believe are important from the point of view of exam and also from the point of view of understanding. Now let's say you want to get a thorough understanding of each of the topics in the syllabus. In that case, what do you do then? So I would suggest please visit our website, which is there on the screen. You can see the link there, excelacademy.com with EKCEL, and also there is the link in the description. Please do click on that. So it will take you to a website. Register there for the free CSEET course, wherein you can get the chapter wise chronological order chapters recorded, pre-recorded ones, so explained in detail with lots and lots of examples for all the subjects. So make use of that. You don't have to pay anything extra for that. And on top of that, you also get to take part in quizzes. You can take up mock tests and all these things, which I believe are truly helpful for anyone appearing for the CSEET exam for the first time, because you won't be aware of the nature of the exam. So that is something which you should take advantage of. And of course, if you are a CS student, maybe you have already passed CSEET, let's assume, or you are in CS professional, I would still suggest signing up on our website excelacademy.com, because these goodies are not only there for CSEET, it's also available for CS executive as well as for CS professional. So you'll get regular updates about the course and free notes which are not available on the YouTube channel. So do register there. Okay, now that the announcements are done, let's get on with the lessons. Today we'll be covering logical reasoning, as you may have already seen from the thumbnail. So today we are looking at number series. So we'll see what exactly does this do. It's one of the most easiest topics in the entire syllabus. So as you can see here, we have a set of numbers starting from 3. Let me just change the color here. Okay, starting from 3, then we have 6, 18, 90, 630, and then there is a question mark, meaning you have to look at the pattern here, come to some conclusion as to what might be the pattern here, and then predict based on the pattern which would be the number appearing after the last digit. So that is what we are supposed to do here. So now if you look at this particular problem, what do we have? We have 3, then immediately after 3 we have 6, then we have 18. So let us try to ascertain the relationship between these 3 digits first. So if you look at 3 and 6, so we know that 3 times 2 would be 6, or 2 times 3 would be 6. So 3 multiplied by 2 will get us 6. So that is okay. 6 is here. What about 18? So that would be 6 multiplied by 3 will give us 18. Then what about 90? So 18 is the result of the previous calculation. So from 18 we have to get or arrive at 90. So 90 divided by 18, we will do that. If you do that, you will get 5. So 18 multiplied by 5, so will fetch us 90, and 90 being the result. Now what to do? We have to arrive at 630. So we know 9 7s are 63. So 90 multiplied by 7 would be 630. Now this is what we have on store, but we have to predict the next number. If you look at the number which is multiplied by, it starts with 2, then 3, then they have added these 2. Okay, actually it only starts with 2. Then what they have done is they have added 2 to everything. So then there is 3, then 3 plus 2 5, 5 plus 2 7, 7 plus 2 11. So now which was the result in the previous calculation? 630. 630 multiplied by 11, so which would be 6930. So that is how you are supposed to calculate and arrive at the answer. So start with 2, then add 2 to respective. For example, here what we can further do is 3 into 1 might be the first calculation. So to that we will add 2, so we'll get 3. Then again 2, 5, 2, 7, 2, 11, like that. So the next number obviously in this case would be 6930. I hope it makes sense. Let's move on. Next we have 13, 14, 18, 17 and 27 and 43. Okay, this is not so easily solved because there is no straightforward multiplication which will get us the next number, or there is no addition also, no? So you cannot simply add something and get the next number. 13 plus 1, 14, 14 plus 1 is not 18, then 18 plus 1 or 2 or 3 is also not 27, but there seems to be some kind of relationship. Okay, let's see what exactly it is. Now if I how do I get 13? One. If I add 1, let's say 1 equals 1 squared, or the other way around. Let me start with 1 squared, 1. Then 2 squared would be 4. 3 square would be 9. I'm trying to make sense if there is any way we can arrive at 13, because 13 is an odd number, prime number in fact. So 1 plus 4 plus 9 would get us 13. No, in fact 1 plus 4 plus 9 would get us 13. 4 plus 9 plus 1 would get us 14. Okay. But how does this make sense? 16 plus that would be difficult to arrive at. Okay, let's see. Now if I have to even consider that, (16 plus 9). So 13 plus 1 would be 14. So what can I do? 13, if I consider that plus this 14, then the next number is 14, right? So that plus this would be 18, correct? Then 18 plus this would be 27. Now it makes sense. So 27 plus 16 would be 43. That is also fine. So here it will be 5 squared, 25. So 43 plus 25. So if you add 43 to 25, you will end up getting 68. Okay, now it makes sense. So slightly difficult, not so obvious in this case. So what we had to do was, first we have to find out what is being added to these numbers. For instance, if you look at that, we started with 1 square. So 13 was the first digit. There is no rule for 13 as such. But to 13 we added 1. Then 14 plus 13 plus 1, 14. 14 plus 4, 18. 18 plus 9, we got 27. So 27 plus 16, we got 43. And 43 plus 25, we got 68. So this is how we have to solve these type of problems. Ultimately, we are looking at the answer, which is 68 in this case. I hope it makes sense. Let's get on with the next series. Four, 9, 25, 49 and 121. Okay. Once again, there is no obvious relationship between the numbers because they're jumping all over. It's not like there is some kind of addition involved. So if you look at this, first we have 4, then randomly we have 9 and then 25. Are they alternate series? Sometimes it will be alternate series as well. That means like this. But it doesn't look like that either. So, okay, what we can do is, we can say 2 square equals 4. 3 square equals 9. 5 square equals 25. 7 square equals 49. So far so good, because 2, 3, 5, 7 is all covered. Then 121 is not 9 square, but instead 11 square is 121. Now what is the connection between these numbers? 2, 3, 5, 7 and 9. Because it's not all just even numbers or odd numbers, because we have 2 as well. At the same time, we don't have 9. If at all you are saying that these are only odd numbers. No. If they were only odd numbers, 9 would be present. Unfortunately, 9 is not here. We have only 2, 3, 5, 7, 11. At the same time, we have 2 as well. So, the way... okay, in fact, these are prime numbers. The numbers which are divisible only by themselves. That's why we have the series 2, 3, 5, 7, 11. Otherwise, we wouldn't have had 2, 3, 5, 7, 11. Now, 2, 3, 5, 7, 11's squares are respectively 4, 9, 25, 49 and 121. So we have to find out the next number in the series. This is easily done. See, all that you need to do is understand the pattern. Once you are able to crack the pattern, the rest would be very easy to do. So now, which is the next prime number? The next prime number would be after 11. In the previous problem only we saw the prime number would be 13. So we'll have to just write 13 here. 13 square we know is 169. So therefore, in this case, the answer would be 169. The next number in the series is 169. So this was a number of question of prime series. Let's move on. 5, 7, 10, 15, 22. 5, 7, 10, 15, 22. Should we simply add? There's not much of difference between the numbers. Looks like with a simple addition, we should be able to get the next number. So 5, 7, 10, 15. If I add 2 to 5, we will get 7. If I add 3 to 7, we will get 10. If you add 5 to 10, you will get 15. Then we have 22, right? So if I add 7 to 15, you will get 22. Okay. Once again, we have something similar here. Starts with 2, then immediately goes to 3. So once again, we can easily say these are nothing but prime numbers. So prime numbers, those numbers which are divisible only by themselves and not by any other number. So if you look at this, all these are prime numbers. The next prime number in this series would be 11. So 22 plus 11 would be 33. So the answer in this case is 3 and 3, 33. Let's move on. 6, 13, 27, 55 and 111. See, the moment you see jumps like this, no? 6, 13, fine. Then 27 also is somewhat fine. But all of a sudden there is a jump. There's a huge gap here. So you can be rest assured that multiplication is definitely involved. Then again there is a jump here, 111. So without multiplication coming into play, You won't see sudden jumps like that. So that is something which you have to understand. So now, how are they getting these numbers? See, if you look at the sequence, what is the double of 6? What is the double of 13? What is twice of 27? What is twice of 55? So 6 2s are 12, 13 2s are 26, 27 2s are 54, 55 2s are 110. So what is happening here? What exactly we have done is 12 plus 1 we have got 13, 26 plus 1 we have got 27, 54 plus 1 we have got 55, 110 plus 1 we have got 111. So now the next number would be easy to do. 111 into 2, so which would be 222 plus 1, 223. Simple sequence. That's all, no? Yeah, that's it. There's nothing much happening. So 223 is in fact the right answer. So 223. Moving on. So we have 3, 5, 9, 15 and 23. So here there is no sudden jump as such. All that we need to do is identify. Most likely this involves addition, because we don't see sudden jumps and all of a sudden there is no sudden increase in the numbers, no? So 3, 5, 9, 15 and 23. So 3 plus 2 would be 5. 5 plus 4 would be 9. Right? 3, yeah. 9 plus 6 would be 15. So if you look at these are just even numbers. So next would obviously be 8. 15 plus 8, 23. So the next even number in the series would be 10. So 23 plus 10 would result at 33. So therefore the answer in this case would be 33 once again. Okay, that was easy. Nothing much to do. Moving on. Three, 6, 18, 19 and 630. 3, 6, 18. Okay, multiplication is definitely involved. That much we can be sure of. And it looks like easy multiplication. We don't have to sweat a lot here. 3 2s is 6. That result is here. 6 3s are 18. That result is here. 18 5s are 90. 97s are... Yeah, this we have already done, no? It's the same problem again. Okay. Let's not worry about this. Moving on. One, 4, 27, 16, 125. Definitely either multiplication or not either. Multiplication would be involved here because there is a sudden jump. And also, it looks like the series is alternating, no? We have 1, 4, 27, 16. I think there is some printing mistake. It should have been 16 and 27. Anyway, we'll see. So, all these are squares, right? 1 square would be 1. 2 square would be 4. 3 square, 3 cube, right? That is, yeah. Okay, in that case, I'll just consider 1 to the power of 1, 2 to the power of 2, 3 to the power of 3, 27. Then we have 4 square again. Doesn't make sense. Okay, either it is alternating between cube and square. We have to consider that way. So in that case, this would be 1 cube. Doesn't really make any difference. 1 cube, 1 square, 1 to the power of 1, all result in 1 only. So now 1 cube equals 1, 3 cube equals 27. 4 square equals 16, then 5 cube equals 125, then 6 square equals 36. That's all. The answer would be 36. This is a very interesting problem because the power is alternating between 3 and 2. So first it will be cube, then it will be square, then cube square, that's all. But the base number is being increased only by 1. So we start with 1 plus 1, 2 plus 1, 3 plus 1, 4, so on so forth. So then finally we end up with 6. But by the time we end up with 6, the power of 6 based on the alternating series with respect to power would be 2. So 6 into 6 would be 36, and therefore the answer in this case is 36. I hope that makes sense. Let's move on. 1 to 9, 4, 25, 6, 49. Again, here also there is some kind of alternative arrangement, because we have 1, 2, then 9, and then come back to 4, then 25, then come back to 6. So obviously there is some kind of alternative arrangement. Let's see what it is. 1, 2, 9, 4, 25, 6 and 49, right? So 1 square 1 or 1 cube is also 1, then 2 to the power of 1 2. Let's see if it works. 1 to the power of 2 1, then 2 to the power of 1 would be 2, then 3 to the power of 2 would be 9, so 4 to the power of 1 would be 4, 5 square would be 25, then 6 to the power of 1 would be 6, then 7 square would be 49. So obviously the next number would be 8 to the power of 1 would be 8. So therefore, if you look at this, there are two alternate series. So the one is just about squaring the even numbers. The other is about just power of 1 of power to the 1 of odd numbers and even numbers. I'm getting confused between odd and even. Anyway, square of odd numbers and power of even numbers. So if you do that, we will end up with 8, because 8 to the power of 1 is 8 itself. So the next number in the series would be 8. Again, it looks easy, but in the exam, unless you have seen enough number of problems or you have practiced enough number of problems, this would be difficult to arrive at. So I would suggest, please do practice enough number of problems. So that would give you a lot of confidence. Otherwise it would be difficult. So that's why I would suggest take up the mock tests, take up the quizzes which are already there on the website. We have already prepared all these things for you. There is notes of all the topics, all the subjects for all the subjects of CSEET. Check it out. There are more number of questions there, so practice those. Anyway, let's move on. Oh, we have a big set now. See, whenever one rule of thumb is, whenever you have huge or rather in question with too many numbers, you can be rest assured that there are alternate series. Like one will be following one set of rules, the other will be following completely different set of rules. So now, since we have too many numbers here, see, in no case a number can be repeated thrice. If it is happening once, somehow we can ignore, but again the numbers are getting repeated here also. So what I will do is, I will try to check out if we can split this into 3, because we have 5 3 times in succession. So that doesn't make any sense unless there are 3 parallel series. So if I have to split that 3, then 5, then 7, then 9, that is one series. Then we have 2, then again 5, then 8, then 11. Okay, then we have 2 again, then 5 again 8, then again 11. So obviously there are three different series here. So first series is all about odd numbers, 3, 5, 7, 9. So next would be obviously 11. So here we are simply adding 3. 2 plus 3, 5, 5 plus 3, 8, 8 plus 3, 11, 11 plus 3, 14, then 14. So now, which is due out of these three series in this set? So 3, 5, 7, 9. So next once again would be from the first set itself. So the next number in the first set is 11. So therefore the next number in the question is also 11. So what did we do here? We saw the numbers. We saw that 5 is getting repeated thrice and 11 is getting repeated twice, 8 is getting repeated twice. Obviously we realize it has more than one parallel series. Then we thought, why not try 3 series, and we did that. We got these 3 different sets of numbers. So finally when we looked into that, the first series number was due next. So the next number in the first series was 11, and therefore 11 is the right answer. Let's move on. So we have 1, 3, 2, 6, 3, 11, 4, 18, 5. Let's see what is happening here. 1, 3, 2, 6, 3, 11, 4, 18, 5. Again you'll have to look at parallel series, because only one set of numbers will not give us this result, because numbers are decreasing and increasing randomly. So if you try to understand the logic by applying some rule for only one set of numbers in this series, you won't get the answer. Either we'll have to split it into 2 series, or like we did in the previous problem, 3 series. Since we do not have too many numbers like in the previous problem, let's try with 2 first. So now 2 would be this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's easy for us to identify now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's all. So then would be 3, 6, 6, 11, 11, 18. So now what is the logic there? 3 plus 3 would be 6. 6 plus 5 would be 11. 11 plus 7 would be 18. 18 plus 9 would be 27. So in this case, what is happening is, in one set we have just numbers in proper order with increment of 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so on and so forth. The other set has this type of arrangement wherein they're adding 3, 5, 7, 9. So they're adding to the previous result the next odd number. So first you added 3, then you added the next odd number 5, then you added the next odd number 7, then finally you will add the next odd number 9. So which one is due here? This series is due, because the next number should appear here. So therefore the next number, as we just now found out, is 27, and therefore the answer to this question is 27. Let's move on. 13, 17, 23, 29, 31, 37. 13 not divisible by anything. 17 again not divisible by anything. 23 same thing. 29 same thing. 31 same thing. 37 same thing. Of course they have not missed any number, no? 31, 32, 33 is divisible anyway. 11 3s are 33. 34 of course divisible. 35, 36, 37, yeah. 13, 17, 23. Then 27 is divisible 29, 30, 31. Yeah, 37. After 37, we'll have to find out the next number. All these are prime numbers, obviously. Looking at the nature of these numbers, we can easily identify what type of numbers are these. So after 37, which might be the next prime number? 38, 39, 39 again is divisible by 3, 13, 3 is 40, 41. Yeah, 41. So 41 would be the next number in the series, because this is very simple. This is nothing but a series of prime numbers. We looked at the next prime number, that's all. Next, moving on, we have 17, 16, 14, 12, 11, 8, 8. Okay, so 17 to 16, then 16 to 14, 14 to 12, 12 to 11. Obviously doesn't make sense. Okay, if I split this into two different series, 17, 14, 11, 8, then we have 16, 12, 8, question mark. So 17 minus 3 would give us 14. 14 minus 3 would give us 11. 11 minus 3 would give us 8. Okay. Then 16 minus 4 would give us 12. Minus 4 would give us 8. And the next number in this series, 8 minus 4 would be 4 itself. So therefore, the next number here would be 4. This was easy. Okay, that's all about sequence and series. In fact, you can also consider number test under the same category. So I won't be doing number test separately. For more problems, as usual, visit the website. It's there already. Okay, let's take a break of a couple of minutes and we'll move on to blood relations. Welcome back. Let's now look at blood relations. As the name itself says, it's all about blood relations, and all that we need to do is identify the relationship between the parties given in the question. So now let's start with the first one. In this case, they say, pointing to a photograph of a boy, Suresh said, "He is the son of the only son of my mother." How is Suresh related to that boy? Okay. So Suresh pointed to a photograph. So if this is that photo, what Suresh is telling is he is the son of the only son of my mother. So now the problem here is with respect to this son of my only son of my mother. So let us try to break that down. Only son of your mother. If you are the son, if you are a male person, then it would be you. Only son of your mother would be you. You in this case would be Suresh. Because if his mother has only one son, then it would obviously be himself. So there is no question of anyone else being that son. So now that we have deciphered who is that only son of his mother, the only part which is required to be deciphered is son of. So the only son of his mother is Suresh, and Suresh's son is the one who is in the photograph. That's all. So if I have to rephrase this, Suresh is looking at the photograph of his son and telling us that person in the photo is the son of the only son of my mother. Only son of my mother is me myself, and that is my son. So if that is Suresh's son, then what is the relationship between Suresh and that of boy? Or rather, if I have to look at this question, how is Suresh related to that boy? Suresh is in fact the father of that boy. So easily explained. Let's move on. If A is the brother of B, B is the sister of C, and C is the father of D. If A is the brother of B, B is the sister of C, and C is the father of D, how is D related to A? So again, it would be simpler to break it down so that it's broken into different steps. A, we have B, C. A is the brother, okay. Then B is the sister of C. That means all the three are siblings. That much we have understood. So now further they say C is the father of D. So C is another brother. Then if he is a father, he is also brother to B and A. So C is the father of whom? They say D. Let's say D. So D father is C and D is son. Now the question here is, okay, son they have not mentioned, no? We do not know. This D could either be son or daughter. So don't get misled there. It could be son or daughter or son. Now, how is D related to A? So we'll have to look at the relationship between these two. How are they related? Obviously, D's uncle is A, but if I have to look at the relation from the point of view of A, D would be either niece or nephew. A's nephew is D or A's niece is D, depending on the gender of D. But do we know the gender of D here? We do not know. They only say C is the father of D, but they don't say whether D is son or daughter. So when that is the case, we can easily pick option D as the answer, that is cannot be determined. If it was clearly mentioned, that is the gender of D, then we could have said whether nephew or niece, but in this case nothing is mentioned, so therefore we'll have to simply pass, saying it cannot be determined. So let's move on to the next one. Okay, the next one, a boy says, second, is this now? A boy introducing a boy, a girl said, he is the son of the daughter of the father of my uncle. How is the boy related to girl? Okay, let's once again break this down. Son of daughter of the father of my uncle. Son of the daughter of the father of my uncle. Father of my uncle. My uncle could be from my mother's side or father's side, paternal uncle or maternal uncle. But father of my uncle would in any case be grandfather. Okay, thank God this is not in Hindi, otherwise we would have this confusion of whether it is Dada or Nana. Okay, so here it's only grandfather in English. So father of my uncle is grandfather. So daughter of the father. So daughter of the grandfather. Okay, this grandfather's daughter. Again there is some confusion here. There will be grandfather's daughter. Who would be your grandfather's daughter? There are multiple options here also, because it could be either your mother or it could be your aunt, because that grandfather may have multiple female children, right? So in that case it could be anyone, no? Now let's assume for a second that it is mother. So son of the mother, son of that daughter is mother's son. Your mother's son would be your brother, obviously. Your aunt's son, if it is aunt, would be your cousin. So in this case the answer would be either brother or a cousin. So that is what would be the relationship between that girl and the boy. But the problem is, we do not know whether this daughter of your grandfather is your mother or is your aunt. So therefore once again we'll have to unfortunately choose can't be determined in this case as well. So we can't determine who is that because of the confusion here. There is no clarity here. If only again, no matter what they would have done, it still would be unclear. Let's move on. Pointing to a photograph, Lata said, he is the son of the only child of my grandfather. Similar question. Let's break it down. Son of my grandfather. But they say son of the only child of my grandfather. So your grandfather is only son, the only child of my grandfather. If it is only son of your grandfather, it could be your father or even uncle, right? But in this case they have very specifically mentioned son of the son of the only child. No, okay, if I have to look at this, only child, Only child of my grandfather could be my father, my uncle, my mother, or my aunt. No, my aunt cannot be possible, no? Then how will they be my grandfather? Is the son of the only child. Only child means only two options actually. Father or mother. Uncle is also out of question. Okay, this could be your father or mother. Only child of your grandfather. If it is paternal grandfather, father. If it is maternal grandfather, your mother. Let's stick to that for the time being. Father or mother, one of your parents basically. Now, she is the son of the only child of my grandfather. Only child we have already identified, father or mother. Their son. Their son is your brother. Basically, one of your parents' son. So, assuming they are married to one another and they have this son because of their marriage, so in that case, this son would be the brother. So, basically, Lata is pointing to a photograph of her brother and telling us this fellow is the son of my mother, or this fellow is the son of my father. If he is the son of my father or my mother, obviously that person in the photograph is my brother. So what is the relationship here? So how is the man in the photograph related to Lata? He's the brother of the person who is actually making the statement, who is Lata in this case. I hope it makes sense. So let's move on. A is B's daughter, B is C's mother, D is C's brother. How is D related to A? A is B's daughter. B is C's mother. Okay. Now A is B's daughter, they say. Okay. B is C's mother. Okay, that means this is the mother. And she has one more child, C. So A and C are siblings. And they say further D is C's brother. There is one more brother, daughter, or we can say sister. But what about C? C they have not mentioned, no? The gender of C is not mentioned. Yeah, let it be. So these three are siblings, A, C, D. How is D related to A? A and D, brother sisters basically. D is the brother of what is it? A. That's all. Option C, brother. Easy actually. If you give some time for blood relations, you should be able to understand what exactly is the relationship. At first it may look confusing, but just give it some time. Don't straight away try to answer. So then you'll be able to understand the relationship easily. Okay, let's move on. B is the brother of A, whose only sister, whenever there is only, it's actually easy for us, whose only sister is the mother of C. B is the brother of A. Okay, let me write that down. B is there. There is his brother A, whose only sister, there is sister of A. If someone is sister of A, that person is also sister of B. Is X. We do not know the name of this person, so I am just naming X. Is the mother of C. So mother, this is daughter. Now D is the maternal grandmother of C. D is the maternal grandmother of C. Maternal grandmother means mother's mother. C's mother is X, X mother is D. Yeah, that's all. No. Now, how is A related to D? So A is the brother of B is the brother of A, whose only sister is the mother of C. Now, the relationship between D and A, this relationship, it looks easy, but the point is we do not know the gender of A. No, A could be, see, B is the brother and X is the sister. But what about A? They are not mentioned anywhere as to the gender of A. So it is difficult for us to identify the gender. But the given options, they do not have the option cannot be determined. In the given options, only thing which we can select is daughter, assuming A is the daughter of D. That's all. Either it could be daughter or it could be son. Since we do not know, have that option of cannot be determined, so we will have to select this. Or actually, this is actually wrong. Whose only sister is the mother of C? Whose only sister, A could still be a female, and her sister, she might have only one sister because B is anyway brother. Yeah. Makes sense. Next. Given that A is the mother of B, C is the son of A, D is the brother of E is the daughter of B, who is grandmother of D? Okay. Let's see. What are they saying? A is the mother of B. Okay, let me just bring it down here. A is the mother of B. If A is the mother of B and C is the son of A, these two are siblings. And C is the brother of B and son of A. Then D is the brother of E and E is the daughter of B. Okay, B has a daughter E and D is her brother, sister, brother. Both are children of B, son. Now what is the question? Who is the grandmother of D? Mother's mother or father's mother? In this case, mother. Mother is B. No, mother, or it could be even father also. Yeah, and their mother is A. Option A. So this was easy. Grandmother of D is A. Moving on. Introducing Sonia, Amir says she is the wife of the only nephew of only brother of my mother. We'll go in reverse. Only brother of my mother. Let's say this is my mother and her only brother would be what to me? My uncle. And this uncle of mine has only one nephew, and that would be me. Me in this case is Amir. Once again, Amir has a mother who has only one brother, and that brother has only one nephew. So who would that be? That would be Amir himself. Now let us go back further. She is the wife of only nephew of only brother. We have already sorted this, only brother and only nephew. That is Amir himself. So she is the wife of Amir. That's all. So now, how is Sonia related to Amir? Sonia is Amir's wife. That's it. This was actually easy. Let's move on. Oh my. P is the mother of K. K is the sister of D. D is the father of J. How is P related to J? P is the mother of K. There is P, who is the mother of K. And K is the sister of D. So K is daughter, P is the mother, and D, we do not know the gender yet, but they say D is the father of J. So that means D is the son, and these two are siblings. Daughter of P, son of P, and D has a son, and that son is J. Now okay, son, no, let me write it down. It's easier to understand the family tree. So now the question is, how is P related to J? P related to J. J's father is D, D's mother is P. That means grandmother. That's all. So grandmother of P is J. Let's move on. Pointing to Gopi. Gopi is there, pointing to Gopi. Nalini says, I am the daughter of the only son of his paternal grandfather. Interesting. His means photograph. Not photograph, Gopi, no? Let's say Gopi. Let's start with Gopi here. So now, pointing to Gopi, what is she saying? I am the daughter of the only son of his paternal grandfather. Okay, his paternal grandfather. Paternal grandfather has, that is father's father, has only one son. That would be his father only. That's all. Gopi's father, Gopi's grandfather. Now what is she saying? I am the daughter of the only son of his paternal grandfather. Only son of his paternal grandfather would be Gopi's father. And Gopi's father has a daughter. And that daughter is Nalini. So what is the question? How is Nalini related to Gopi, sister? That's it. Okay. That was also easy. Next. Okay, that's all for blood relations. So we covered blood relations, one of the important topics, as well as number series or sequence. So two of the most important topics are covered. So in the next class we will move to non-verbal reasoning. So we'll be looking at figures and all those things whenever we do the next logical reasoning session. So we will cover that. Thank you for joining. Have a good day. Okay, before we proceed, let me just remind you one quick thing. So if at all you have any questions with related to CS course, it could be CSEET, executive or professional. It may need not be related to coaching itself. It could be related anything with respect to admission, how to get admitted, or if you have specific doubt in specific thing. So you can always get in touch with us through WhatsApp, of course. The number is displayed on the screen, 973-973-3400. So do get in touch with us if at all you have any doubts. Ekcel Academy would be happy to help. So thank you for joining for the CSEET live session. See you again tomorrow morning at 7:30.